Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of All About Arsenal. We're going to talk about Arsenal's game against Spurs, North London Derby, and get straight into it, guys. We won 2-0. As all you guys know by now, it's obviously been a few days now. Brilliant. A game of two halves, like everyone's saying. Like, I'm not going to say anything too much that's going to be different from everyone else, to be honest with you. No, very much a game of two halves. First half was just pure domination. Um, the goal was awesome, obviously all 100% Saka. Should have been goal. Should have been attributed to him, but obviously it ends up being a known goal to Lloris, which is quite funny. Um, and then we ended up going and scoring. Martin Odegaard scored an absolutely amazing goal in the 36th minute. And that was pretty much it. That's all we needed to do. We just like first half we should have been four up. I think absolutely blew them away. You can feel just the shock from these Spurs players. Like, whoa, whoa. Like, especially Harry Kane was a ghost. Didn't do anything all game. Didn't get his penalty, so obviously he wasn't going to do anything all game. A bit surprising. I thought the ref was going to, credit to credit to the referee. He had a decent game. I thought he was going to give away a controversial penalty like he did last time with that whole Swan dive. But he didn't, and it was a decent game from the ref. To be fair, like give credit when it's due. Um, and yeah, and then the second half came out, obviously expecting Spurs to be on the ascent, and they were. They had a 25-ish minute spell where they looked like they were going to score a goal, get a goal back. Um, but Aaron Ramsdale, man, England's best goalkeeper right now, hands down, should be England's number one. If England play the game tomorrow, I fully expect Aaron Ramsdale to be the goalkeeper for it. Um, he's going to be number one at some point. I just think he's there now. And some other people think that Pickford's still got a couple of years left in him. I don't think so. Um, but what an outstanding goalkeeper. He's just brilliant. And then obviously you had all the controversy at the end where everyone's focusing on. I'm not going to draw too much attention to it. Um, Spurs have rightly acted. They've given this guy a ban. The police are probably going to charge him with assault, which is good. Um, whether you probably won't get jail time, but if he gets a fine, then good. Any kind of punishment is good. But the main thing is he's never going to go into any football stadium ever again. So that is awesome. That's enough for me for that. For me, I think Richarlison, his actions in that has kind of skated underneath the ice, in my opinion. Um, I think if the fan thing hadn't happened, everyone would be talking about the Richarlison thing more. By everyone, I mean with the media. The media just seems to have completely ignored it. The FA have completely ignored it as well. They focused on the fan thing. They haven't focused on what he did beforehand. I think what he did deserved a fine in of in itself, at least a fine, maybe a game ban or something like that. But Spurs player in it, they're not really going to do that. If it was the other way around, if it had been Shaka, you know, trying to slap Lloris's head a couple of times and having to go at him, get him, it's his face, you can bet your ass that there would be retrospective action. Arsenal would be charged. The FA love charging Arsenal at the moment, so they must have been in tears when they had to do it against Spurs. Although the FA hasn't actually charged Spurs yet, they've actually praised Spurs for acting by um, banning the player, um, which probably um, that the swiftness of that probably helps Spurs. But you still find them. They still fail to control their crowd. They still allowed a guy to jump on the stand and kick a goalkeeper. That should be punished more severely, in my opinion. Whether they're going to and they're just getting the evidence or whatever, I don't know. Um, but they haven't yet, and it's been like 3 or 4 days since the game. I think it's disgusting, to be honest with you. Um, so yeah, I expect the FA to come out and charge Spurs with a couple of offences. One being the Richarlison thing, and two being the fan thing. Neither has happened yet. The FA have come out and said they commend Spurs' actions, which is good. Like, well done, but doesn't negate the fact that they should be charged. Arsenal were charged last week for complaining to the ref that a yellow card wasn't given. So, yeah, so complaining to the ref about a yellow card is a chargeable offence. You know, it's a finable offence. But allowing one player to physically assault another player isn't a chargeable offence, apparently. So don't really know how to work that out, to be honest with you. I'm a bit slow, so maybe somebody in the comments can let me know. But yeah, I'm fully expecting. I'm still waiting. Um, Very weird. If he'd been Xhaka, it would have been like that day. Arsenal were charged for failing to control their players, blah blah blah. But no, because it's Spurs, and Charleston has this weird protection thing. But maybe, like I said, maybe they come out right now and while I'm recording this and issue out a fine or whatever. I don't know. I just think it sets a bad precedent. Um, which is the whole funny thing about the whole Charleston thing is that he was only on the pitch for 5 minutes, so he's been doing a lot of talking post game about respect and, you know, Martinelli was diving apparently, and Saka, and they were all stopping the game, and he was just upset because of the unsportsmanship of it all. It's like, bro, you were on the pitch for 5 minutes. How the hell would you know what was going on the pitch? And you see footage of him before the game when he's just up and down the pitch warming up, trying to mess around with throw-ins. And at one point, Tom Yesser had to hold him back from affecting an Arsenal throw-in. So it's a bit funny for him to talk about unsportsmanlike behaviour and disrespect when he's doing stuff like that. And this is a guy as well in the World Cup that did not cover himself in glory. Did that one good goal. Credit to him for that. But he didn't cover himself in glory that whole World Cup. You know, the whole celebration thing, that stupid little chicken celebration that he does. Getting the whole team to do it in front of the Croatia lot, or whatever. I don't know which team he did it against, but he did it against someone. Um, it's just he's the last person to be talking about respect and disrespect and sportsmanlike behaviour, because he's done everything. He's done everything. He's celebrated in other fans' faces. I mean, all Ramsdale did was kiss his badge. He looked at the Spurs fans. The final whistle blew. It was 2-0. He kept a clean sheet, pulling off a few, 2 or 3 really good saves. All he did was look at the Spurs fans and kiss the Arsenal badge on his shirt, and then go and try and collect his water bottle and his bag or whatever he had on the sidelines. That's all he did. And for some reason, you know, Richarlison felt that was disrespectful. The guy would know respect if it slapped him in the face, to be honest with you, but that's is what it is. So anyway, the whole fan thing's been sorted for me. You know, he's been caught, he's been punished. That's the end of that. But I think Richarlison needs to get some kind of punishment. But I don't hold my breath. Anyway, we move on now. We've got Man United next. I believe. Let me just double check because my memory is terrible. Yeah, we got Man United on Monday. Well, Sunday night, but it'd be Monday morning my time, which is okay. So I'm doing a night shift that night, so it is what it is. Then Man City next in the FA Cup. Not really too faffed about the FA Cup, if I'm being honest. If we get through City, which I think our B team could beat Man City at this point. You know, doing absolutely atrociously. If we do get past them, cool. If we don't, I'm not really that fussed. To be honest with you, as soon as we're out of the FA Cup, the better, because I just think we just need to focus on the league now, and the Europa League. Sorry. And then we've got Everton on the 4th, and then Brighton on the 11th. Um, they're absolutely must-win games. If we can get something out of Man United, and then we go and beat Everton, and then beat Brentford, then, mate, we're already 8 points clear now. Could be more. I see you've got Spurs next, and I fully expect Spurs to bounce back a bit and beat City. City are beatable at the moment. Something's going really wrong at City, like Chelsea and like Liverpool. They're beatable, and I can either see. I mean, to be fair, City could come around and absolutely smash Spurs, especially if Spurs played the way they played us. I think they win as well, but Spurs may want to just bounce back and say, look, no, this is enough's enough. Um, so that could go in our favour. The Man United game is going to be difficult. I don't really respect Man United the way everyone else does. They're a good team. They have obviously improved. They've had an extremely kind fixture list though. Like that cannot be ignored. That people call me a hater for pointing that out, but it's there. And playing black and white, like you've had a very easy run of fixtures. The last 8 games have been pretty easy games. Um, this is by far their most toughest game they've had in a couple of months since before the World Cup. Um, like that's how much of an easy one they've had. Everton, Wolves, Villa, like beatable teams. But they are in the top 3 or 4 right now. It'd be tough, and obviously we went to Old Trafford and got beat. We did get screwed over by the ref in that game, but they did beat us. They won the game, so we do normally struggle at Old Trafford, though. That's my hope, and we do quite well against Man United at the Emirates. I mean, the atmosphere at the Emirates this season, with the fans, with the feel good factor of the Arsenal, I think we should grind out a victory in this game. I think it'll be a really exciting game, at least in spells. I think it'll go really, really good and then quieten down for a while, and then really, really good, then quiet down for a while. You have to put money on Rashford scoring because he's just doing well. But it would be funny if he doesn't score in this game. But he does like scoring against Arsenal, so I think he will score in this game. But I think it will be 2-1. 2-1 Arsenal. It will be probably a slog and probably a tough game. And I think it will be 2-1 to Arsenal. I think, I don't know. Saka could score again. Martinelli's due a goal. He hasn't scored for a little while. I can see Eddie Nketiah getting a goal. Maybe 3-1, maybe. Odegaard as well is in the form of his life. He's probably our best player right now. He could get a goal. But I don't think he'll score in this game. I think he will get a couple of assists. But it will be goals on either end. I think it'll be 2-1, maybe 3-1, maybe 3-2, something like that. But I think Arsenal will win this game. And yeah, if Arsenal do win this game, United they find themselves 12 points behind us. After 19 games. They're gonna have to really try hard to catch up with us after that. If they do win, then they're only 6 points behind us. But having Everton and Brentford could be both of these teams could throw banana skins. But Everton away and Brentford at home, we should be winning those 2 games. And then obviously it's all about Man City on the 16th. Well, it will be the 15th local time, but you know what I mean. And then it's Aston Villa away. So yeah, February's going to be a tough game, a tough month, but it is what it is. We're doing alright at the moment. 8 points clear. Man United next. That game's going to tell us a lot, I think. If we lose it spectacularly, which I don't think will happen, then throws it all into question. If we win it spectacularly, which I think is more likely, then yeah, for a little while, we'll be at least 8 points clear of City still, maybe even 10 or 9 or 11 because they could lose their next game. So we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, 1 high at the moment. Let me know what you thought about the game down below, and yeah, let me know about Man United as well. What do you reckon that's going to be? So take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.